Yay Media Group.
I thought I brought the wrong batteries. And then I was like, we don't have the square. I need that square battery.
Yeah, that used to lick as a kid. Did you ever do that? Like lick it to test it?
No.
And it kind of shocks you? Yeah. You never did that like as a kid?
No. Ooh, no. I've never even thought about that.
Yeah.
Hey guys, episode 144. I'm a little moody today.
You've been on a little mood train lately.
Yeah. And normally that happens before period. This is after period.
This is post-period moody?
Yeah, but I've been in a really good mood. I love having the boys home with me. Sometimes I get a little frustrated. Like today
It hasn't even been a week since they were out of school.
No, I like it because I want to enjoy it because they're getting older now. And it's just, these are the days that when they were babies that like I couldn't wait to get to. Like, oh, I can't wait till they're 8 and 6.
Yeah.
I used to always say that. And but there's always, of course, something. But it is more fun. So I try to like enjoy it more. But I mean, it's just human. You know, we all get like this. It's just those days when, so this morning, Leighton's crying because he has a Fire tablet, like the Amazon Fire tablet. And I thought they got like a virus or something. And every
the computer
30 seconds, there's an ad that pops up.
The computer got a virus, not them.
Oh, the computer got a virus. I said, okay, no, I didn't mean my kids get a virus. I meant that the
We always talk about them being sick, so I just wanted to differentiate.
Oh, sorry. I'm talking about the Fire tablet, I think got a virus or something from me downloading them games. So then Leighton's frustrated with an ad popping up every 30 seconds. And then I have to he was doing like a drawing game. And then I do it and I'm trying to fix it. And an ad kept interrupting every 30 seconds. And then it gets you out of where you were. So I was taking my phone, taking a picture of where I was at. And so I could get back to it. So then when an ad would pop up, I would exit out of it and then I'd hurry up and try to get back to where I was. And I was getting very frustrated. And then I asked Lawson.
What are you talking about?
On their Fire tablet.
Why were you taking a picture?
Because the ad would pop up every 30 seconds. And then when the ad would pop up, it would cancel you out of what you were on. So if I was in settings and I'm at like settings.
Oh, I got you. You were trying to fix it.
Yes, I'm trying to fix it.
Okay, I'm not. You have to explain all that.
I'm getting there.
Well, you should start there.
Okay, I'm trying to fix their Fire tablet. And then, oh yeah. So then anyways, I'm like emailing Amazon, whatever you're supposed to do. Then I'm looking up where this like forum where people can ask a question and everybody puts their answers. So other people were having the same problem. So I'm like reading their stuff on my phone, trying to figure out how to do it. Anyways, you guys, I am not like tech savvy at all. It probably took me way longer than other people because I was just trying to figure it out, plus fighting the timing of the ads popping up when it was going to exit me out. And I figured it out. It took me, I know, I'm very proud of myself, but I'm very slow at this stuff. And I have to sit down and read. And I wasn't in the mood to like deal with it. So, you know, like that's like the start of your day. And then Lawson came up and he goes, well, mine's doing the exact same thing. So then I go, oh, here we go. So then I was like, wait, good thing I took pictures of where I was because then I couldn't remember from Leighton's because it took me so long. It took me like an hour and a half.
You feel
2 hours.
Do you feel accomplished?
Yes. So then I get that done. And then I hear beep, beep. I was like, what is that? And the
fire alarm?
Yeah, when the battery's dying.
Yeah.
Our house is very open, would you say?
Kinda, yeah.
Very like spread out. Okay, so noises in our house, it sounds like it's upstairs, but it could be in the basement.
Because it's not a beep, it's ding, like that, but high pitched.
Yes.
I know, I hate it. It's so annoying. I know what you're talking about.
So then I was like, I'm just going to ignore it and wait till Jeff gets home. It was like every minute. Beep, beep. And I was,
and it's so fast and like high tone that you don't know which, you have to be right under it to find out. I know, I've done that before.
So I'm like, oh, where did that noise sound from? And I was, okay. And we have a lot of them in our house. So I'm like, oh gosh. I go, okay, boys, I need someone upstairs, someone on the main floor. I'll go to the basement. And when you hear it, if it sounds like it's closest to you, tell me. So the boys couldn't figure it. They're like, it sounds like it's everywhere. So then I start going to every single one, trying to figure out which one it was. It ended up being the one, I didn't even know we had one by going down our steps.
Oh, okay.
Right here.
Yeah.
It was this one. But it sounded like it was coming from the main floor, like with the echo.
Because the stairs go up there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
With the echo. So then I'm trying to get it, and I wasn't tall enough, but it's on the steps where I can reach, so I couldn't get the ladder on there. And I was like, I'm going to break my neck and end up in the emergency room. We're going to be back. So I'm like, oh, get it. So I kept jumping and then turning it. Anyways, got it off. I was like, please just don't fall down the steps and break your ankle. I got it off. And then I thought I brought the wrong batteries. And then I was like, we don't have the square. I need that square battery.
Yeah, that used to lick as a kid. Did you ever do that? Like lick it to test it?
No.
And it kind of shocks you? Yeah. You never did that like as a kid?
No. Ooh, no. I've never even thought about that.
Yeah.
So I get it changed. And then, yeah, so we figured I got it. Figured out.
Double accomplishment today.
Double accomplishment. And then I told the boys, I was like, listen, I need you guys to be good for me. I have to clean the house because we're hosting some people on Saturday. And I was like, I need to like get bathrooms cleaned and everything. Well, then they start fighting. One of them throws the iPad at each other. And I was like, you know what? I'm not in the mood. I am not going to do it right now. So I needed to go to the grocery store because then Lawson was like, Mom, I want cereal. I go, well, Lawson, you know how to make cereal. You can do it yourself. We don't have milk. We never have anything. I go, your dad just went to Costco. Go check the red fridge. Maybe we have it. Nope, we don't have it. We need to go to the store. And then I was like, ugh.
Who does that remind me of?
Me.
Yeah.
And so then
life's falling apart. What's happening? Everything's crumbling.
I know. I'm just having a day. I'm having a moment. It's normal. It's human to have these type of days. So then we went to the grocery store and then I talked to this old lady and she kind of made me in a good mood. She's very sweet. And I talked to her and then the boys were very good for me. And then we had some other errands we had to run. And then now I'm here.
Wow. Great day.
Yeah, it was good. And you guys, I love these. If you're watching, I love these blue pants. They're like my favorite. They're like my genie pants. I always go to, y'all know, if you follow my Instagram, I always shop in Brooke's basement. This isn't an ad or anything. And I just love it. And I love her. And she's so smart.
Nobody knows who that is or where it is. I know.
I post about her. She owns her own clothing boutique. Instead of having a retail store, she has a store in her basement that she turned into. And you go and I see people all the time that I know, like from school or somewhere or the neighborhood. And you just go in her basement and shop. And I buy like half my clothes are from her. And I just love her. And I'm like, it's such a good, I would do that.
She's a go-getter.
Yeah. She's a single mom and she's got 3 kids. And I just love her basement. And I love that I don't have to go to an actual store and I could show up at her house in my PJs and be like, what's up, Brooke? I need this. And she'll just help me.
Did you smoke a joint before this podcast?
No, why?
You just talk about random shit.
Well, that's me. That's typical me.
Do you guys wake up, speaking of the fire alarm, because I forgot to ask you this.
You turn the fire, a fire alarm goes off every morning.
Oh, you do cooking. Notice.
Oh, yeah. Every morning that Jeff cooks breakfast. It's that pan.
No, it's not the pan. It's so
By the way,
sensitive.
Did you turn the oven off?
Yes.
You did? Because I didn't turn it. I didn't turn it off.
I'm positive I did.
Okay. That's why I don't cook.
Yeah. Every morning, it's so sensitive. As soon as I because every morning I kind of, I do.
Smell your food upstairs.
Every morning I wake up, I go downstairs. So I get up at like 5, I get downstairs like 5:30. I go downstairs, I pound my AG1, first thing I do. That is an ad, but not meant to be an ad. That's the first thing I do. Then usually I take like ground meat or something, I put it in there and I just like crack an egg or 2 and I mix it all together. As soon as I put the meat in, I turn the fan on high, like right over, the meat. Beep, like super loud and I have to go fan it. And
Every
I don't know
time.
what to do.
It's that pan. Because
It's any pan.
I don't even cook. And that one pan you use, I don't know why, everything sticks to it and it gets super like smoky. Maybe you need new.
No, first of all, when you cook, you got to let the pan heat up. You got to let it heat. That's why pans stick. Did you know that? You didn't even have no idea.
No, I just spray oil and then I throw whatever on.
Okay, for everybody at home who cooks like as much as Jordan, don't do that. Let your pan heat up. Let it get real hot to a certain temperature. Then you throw like your butter if you're cooking eggs or some oil in there, and then you put your stuff in there. Then it becomes non-stick. That's the whole non-stick. You don't just throw it in there while it's still semi-hot. That's why it sticks.
Well, I have you to cook. I don't have
I was just giving you a tip because since you're a go-getter these days, changing fire alarms and fixing iPads, there's a tip for you for cooking.
I did. And then the kids, neighborhood kids ran over and because I had popsicles and I was like, they were all lined up. I go, guys, do not let me find one wrapper in someone's yard because they eat the popsicles and then they throw it on the ground. And I was like, if I find one of the popsicles with the wrappers, I'm going to be very mad. And so everybody was like, okay. And they threw it all in the trash. And they were like, I go outside and play.
Wow. You had a day, huh? Do you need a little break? This was a lot for you. Let's take a little break and let you calm down. And then we'll talk about the thorn in your foot.
Now that the kids are out of school, I'm kind of all over the place. I was very routinic. Is that even a word?
Sure.
Taking my AG1 every single morning at a certain time and walking. I've been slacking, walking, and I have missed like 2 days of my AG1 just because of, I don't know, just missing it. And I can totally tell that I miss taking my AG1.
Yeah, I don't know what it's like to miss it because I have a lot going on in my life, both mentally, physically, all of the above. But the one thing I do have routine in my life is my AG1, and I take it every day. My things are regular, and I'm good to go. And sometimes I even take it twice a day. If I feel like I'm crashing towards the end of the day, I'll pop another little dose of AG1.
Do?
Yeah, when I get home.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I always tell you guys, I fill mine up 4 ounces. I always put vitamin D3 K2. They say that's so good for you.
Me too.
And I take the AG1 Omega because I don't eat seafood at all. So I'm trying to get a little bit of that fish.
There you go, like a little fish oil. And AG1 has fish oil now too. So I've been taking mine for over a year and a half, 2 years now at least, right?
Yeah, but it's good for your gut health too. And they say that a lot of health problems come from your gut, which I'm learning all this by researching and really trying as I'm getting older, like very in tune with my body.
You know who else does their research? AG1, because now AG1 has leveled up with even more with their AG1 Next Gen. Wait, how did I start that? You know who else does their research? AG1, because now AG1 has leveled up even more with their AG1 Next Gen. This upgraded formula has been clinically shown to increase healthy gut bacteria by 10 times, all for the same price of less than $3 a day. If you think about that, what $3 a day is, that's not even a cup of coffee anymore, and this is for your health.
Now clinically backed with an upgraded formula, this is the perfect time to try AG1 if you haven't yet. I and Jeff have been drinking AG1 for going on 2 years now. So we are very happy. You all know.
So subscribe today to try the Next Gen of AG1 for less than $3 a day. Like I said, if you use our link, you also get a free gift with your first order. So make sure to check it out. That's drinkag1.com/togetherness to get started with AG1's Next Gen and notice the benefits for yourself. Don't take it from us. You got to notice for yourself. Go to drinkag1.com/togetherness. You got to try it out today.
Yes. Welcome back. And I do have a thorn in my foot. I don't know how I got a thorn in my foot. And I can't walk on it. I always say I walk funny, but now I'm like, when you're trying to find it, but my feet are so crusty right now that it's hard to figure out what's crusty and what's the thorn.
You need You need like Egyptian paleontologists. What do you call those guys? Archaeologists, paleontologists. Well, kind of. They're dinosaurs. You need. I ruined the whole joke. You need like, because I was just watching stuff on Egypt. That's what I watch in my spare time. That's what you watch
like every day.
I love Egyptian. I love everything Egyptian. So I made a joke and I screwed it up. Because you know you got to dig like in the sand.
Yeah.
Your feet are like the pyramids.
They are.
You need to sand those things down.
It doesn't matter though. But you know when you rub your finger across it, it like hurts. It like stings. So I gotta, after we do this recording, I gotta figure out.
Did you try tweezers?
I'm gonna have to. I've just been looking at it, like trying to figure out which one it is.
I wish I might start carrying around tweezers with me everywhere I go.
Why?
I feel like I always need a tweezer.
For what? Your ears or something?
My ear hair?
Do you have ear hair?
Dude, yeah, I do. And I hate it. And
I got some like dermaplane.
And I always need to
blades.
pluck like a hair out here and there. But what purpose does that serve? We're going way off topic now. But that's not why I need tweezers. I just feel like I always
tell
need.
You something, you're going to be grossed out.
What?
Yeah, go keep talking.
Well, my thing was you get older and your ear hair grows more. What purpose does that serve like in the theory of evolution or whatever it's called? You know what I mean? Like you have eyebrows and eyelashes so things don't get in your eye. You know, that's what purpose does your top of your ear having hair on it for?
Don't old men get hair?
Yeah, you get it everywhere. But what are you going to do? You got to pluck it out.
I have some like dermaplane razors that you can use. You could just shave the top of your ear.
But like today I was going home, I was driving, I put my sunglasses on and I was like, what is that? And it was like a 2-inch long ear hair. And I pulled it out. I'm like, how long was that there? And everyone's just like, I'm standing in line. And like, look at this gross fuck with his ear hair.
Okay, you're going to get really grossed out. But I was talking to my neighbor and Jacqueline, Mark's wife, that was on here. And we were just talking and she goes, wait, come here. And the sun was shining on my face. This is how you know you're getting like closer to 42. Yeah. And she goes, come here. And she goes, you have a black hair right here, like on my neck. I go, I do? And she goes, yes. And we started cracking up. And she goes, hang on, let me get it for you. And she was like going like this, trying to pull it. And oh my God, I couldn't stop laughing. I had tears in my eyes. I was crying so hard. And she was just over here like trying to pull the black hair off my neck. So now I feel like self-conscious. Now I'm like, wait, where do I have any black hairs on my face? But I think that's like hormonal. I could be wrong.
You're just getting older. I remember Rosie O'Donnell's show?
I never watched it. I'm not a Rosie O'Donnell person.
I liked it. Hold on, guys. Guys, listen. You're not on here. No, yeah, take mommy's phone.
Yeah, take my phone. When you can come down at the end.
Yeah.
Okay. No. At the end.
Oh, go ahead. Show your picture, buddy. Show your picture. I didn't know you had your picture. We went to go see Stitch. We're going to take a little break. And yeah, if you're watching, Leighton drew that all by himself. He looked on YouTube and then just drew it. Good job, buddy. Good job.
Leighton, tell everybody thank you. Because so many people wrote in and said they liked it because I posted it because you asked me to.
Thank you for liking it.
Okay.
Good job, buddy. See, but now I forgot we were talking about ear hair. Sorry,
and facial hair.
These kids now, because we have the neighbors on, everyone's like, can we be on a podcast? Can we be on a podcast? And then we brought Lawson on the podcast for a quick second last week. And now Leighton's started crying after that. And he's like, can I please be on the podcast? So it's becoming a thing. Sorry if it's annoying. If you're like, why are there kids on a podcast? All we do is talk about them anyway. So back to ear hair or chin hair.
Oh, so that is like a thing. People get chin hair. I've heard my mom.
No, I'm talking about you.
Oh, I had it like here. My mom's talked about chin hair. Like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know I have this chin hair.
That's what I'm saying. It's like me with the ear hair.
Yeah.
But Rosie O'Donnell had one on camera. And I remember she went like on the camera and like pulling it on camera. She like made a joke about it.
Oh my God.
I used to watch that show. And then we were on it one time.
Not me.
No, not me. Oh. Me and my college buddies. When my dad lived in New York, we'd go visit him. Mm-hmm. Did I ever tell you this story?
I think you did. You might have.
I'll tell it real quick. So my dad, I'm pretty sure I told this story, but I'll tell it again. My dad used to work in New York. He started a consulting firm with him and his two buddies. So they'd split an apartment. It was a 2-bedroom apartment apartment in like Midtown Manhattan, and he'd sleep in the living room, and they'd all fly in on Monday and all fly out on Thursday. So me and my buddies would fly in on Thursday and have lunch with him and spend the weekend in Midtown Manhattan rent free, because the apartment was free. So we got there, it was their first time in New York, my buddies, and we were looking for stuff to do. We ended up going to a Knicks game, and then we ended up going to like Rockefeller Center where they film like Saturday Night Live, Conan O'Brien show, and the Rosie show was filmed there. So we were there that day, and you get tickets way in advance. Her show was like the #1 show on TV. Same with Conan O'Brien at the time. You couldn't get in, but they were filming Conan later. So we went in there and we're like, oh, can we get tickets? They're like, there's no way you guys are getting tickets. And we're like, come on, we're from out of town, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, no. So we left and we're like, what should we do? So we're just walking around and we're like, let's go back and see if we get Conan tickets. So we went back to go and get Conan tickets. And they, for some reason, they're like, hey, guys, are you still looking to come in the show? And we're like, yeah. And they're like, okay, we got some openings. Come with us. We're like totally lucked out. So they brought us in and they put us right dead center, the front row dead center. They put us in. And so I'm like, oh my God, this is awesome. And I used to watch the show, and she'd take questions from the audience, and she'd always give away prizes and stuff. So I knew exactly what to do. I'm like, guys, watch this. I'm getting us free Broadway tickets. And like, Broadway, I'm like, yeah, it's cool. It's like a New York thing. Mm-hmm. So Rosie comes out and she's taking questions from the audience. And I go, I swear, I go, watch this. And I go, Rosie. And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, I got to ask a question. I go, hey, me and my 2 college buddies are just in for the weekend. It's our first time in New York City, and we want to see a Broadway play. What play should we go see? And she goes, I got you guys. I knew she was going to say that because I watch the show all the time. She goes, I got you guys. And she ended up giving us tickets to, it was called, I still remember, it was called A Tale of an Allergist's Wife. And I forgot she was on some sitcom, but it was her. And we ended up getting like front row center tickets to that play the next day.
Wow.
And I totally
like you knew what to do.
I totally knew what to do. Yeah. And she got us free tickets.
We went for marriage boot camp.
You're not impressed by that story?
No, I mean, good. That's great.
You want to get back to ear hair and chin hair?
No, I was just saying we went to New York. It was my first time ever in New York, Times Square. We were staying like right by there for the press thing for marriage boot camp.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not a New York person.
It's busy. It's too busy for me these days.
I was so confused and like where I was going. I didn't understand the directions. And it was just, I always see people post on Instagram, like in New York, like it's a cool thing. And I'm like, New York, it just doesn't do it for me.
It's when we went back that time for marriage boot camp, I remember it being so busy that I used to be like a city guy, like I love downtown Chicago. And I was like, I can't do this.
When you and I were
too
dating, I remember you were always, I was like, I don't know if Jeff and I will ever get married. This is in the very beginning because you were such a city guy. And I loved it. I loved like away. I love more of the suburbs. I always have been that way. I just don't like busy. And I remember being like, I don't know if we're going to make it because we are so polar opposite of what we like. And I never could envision myself being in a city. Yeah. And because which is fine. And then now it's so crazy.
When we went back, I really realized it. That's when we went back to New York City. How come you didn't come to Around the World for Free in New York City, the finale?
I don't think I cared to. I think I just told you to go.
I was on the road for 100 days and you didn't come to New York City?
Yeah, I think I remember just being like, you just have your family go. I don't really care because I just didn't like New York. So I was just like, whatever.
Oh, yeah. Never,
and you had like parties you went to?
Yeah. My brother and Allie and Tony and Kim, they all came. Yeah. And I was on Rachel Ray and she cooked pasta.
I just didn't care. I was just like, you should like that I didn't care.
Yeah, but why? Now that I think back, I'm like, why didn't you come? I was gone for 100 days. Oh, I just saw you.
To see you
in Italy. That's right. That's right. So it wasn't that much longer that I finished up.
And then in New York, I was just like, if it was somewhere else, like smaller, I would have enjoyed
I've been going home a lot, and my cousin Tony, we're real close, and we talked about that the other day. last time I was there. It was like such a great, because I was gone for 100 days, but then I had so much stuff to do. I had to go give a speech at AT&T. I had Rachel Ray. I had like all this stuff, you know, and then in between, I didn't see anybody, you know, I saw you, but like being on the road for 100 days, I was like totally exhausted, and I had so much press on the Today Show and all that stuff. And looking back, I was like, man, what a great like experience. I had my family there, and we're in Midtown Manhattan, New York City. I'm running around. They got to go to Rachel Ray. They got to do all that stuff, you know, and like, and in between stuff, I remember just like running with my, you know, going with them and grabbing a beer and be like, guys, I got to go. And I had to find my way up like to 36th Street and 42, whatever, 42nd, you know, and then I'd finish an interview or give a speech, run back, drink a couple more beers, get back. And then I remember we spent a night out. We actually had dinner. I think it was at like Robert De Niro's restaurant. They rented out the whole thing just for us. They did like a slideshow for the crew and friends and family. It was really, really great event that at the time, I don't think, because I was so exhausted, and maybe I just was like, oh, this is just one step into many more things like that, you know?
I remember you calling me wasted. And
saying we were eating Rachel Ray's pasta?
No. You went to a club or something. And you were either, I don't know, I feel like you weren't with Scott. I feel like maybe Tony. Or maybe you were with like AB and then you were partying.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And then you
Hold
got
on,
into
let's take a
it.
quick break. I know exactly what you're talking about. Let's take a quick break and we'll pick it up. Okay, welcome back. Yes, so getting to the story, I was at a club, and I know exactly what you're talking about because it was like a lounge, and I actually brought you there when we went back for marriage boot camp.
You did?
Yeah, I go, this was the place that we were partying at.
Oh, when me, you, and Lindsay
Yes.
met at that place. Yeah. And then
it was like that little lounge place with all the windows and stuff.
Yes, I have a picture of us.
Yeah.
There.
That was the exact same place we were at.
So
I forgot the name of it.
All I remember you doing is call me. And you got mad. You got into it with some girl.
That's right.
And she made fun of your
My
watch. Yeah. And then I bought you the watch.
Yes.
For Around the World for free. Didn't I buy you the watch before you left for Around the World for free?
I think you did.
It was like one of those, I don't know, like travel, like a nice one. It was a nice one.
Nicer travel watch.
Yeah. And I was younger, so it was a lot of money for me.
Yeah, I wore that on Around the World for free. I still have it.
Do you?
Yeah, it's upstairs.
And it was just for him. It's like a compass. It's got like everything on there. So,
yeah, that's right.
And then I forgot what it was because you called me drunk and you were mad. And Jeff, this was when Jeff had a little more temper to him. And she was like some bougie uptown girl.
Yeah. Saying like we don't belong there or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like making fun of me. And she's like, nice watch. And I was like, bitch.
That's all I remember from your trip.
That's right. I totally forgot. Obviously, I was drunk.
York
But
trip.
I wonder if AB remembers that story because I was pissed about it. I'm like, my girlfriend got me this watch. And I was like very happy. I'm like, why'd you have to come over and like ruin our
why
time?
I wouldn't fit in New York.
Forgot exactly what it was. But she just for no reason came over and like made fun of us.
Yeah. I don't know. Who cares? She can F off.
Well, now I'm pissed about it again.
Yeah, let's go find her.
I'm pissed about it 15 years later.
I say I'm not like a New York person, but the only thing with New York that I would want to see is what's that street? They say it's like Sex in the City or
Park Avenue?
It's the super nice, I guess, strip of houses that are like beautiful.
Isn't it Park Avenue?
I have no idea.
Didn't you ever play Monopoly?
I did, but I don't know. I don't pay attention.
That's the most expensive one. Is it Park Avenue, Riley? Am I right?
I don't know. I always wanted to walk through wherever that street is and like sip coffee and pretend like I'm in a movie. That I do want to see. I would want to see the Twin Towers where they were. And I want to go to the Hamptons. I would rather be more like that, like
That's
go
different.
to the beach.
Did we go see the Home Alone hotel too? When I brought you there? Yeah, because I stayed across the street when we were there for the Home Alone. Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, there's so many iconic New York things that
I could see you in New York, like working in New York. I could see you fitting in.
I just like the city when I was younger because it's like it was such the hustle and bustle and the
But you're from
grandeur of
Chicago.
everything. And I just felt like, oh man, I'm going to be somebody. It gives you like a chance to dream, you know, in a weird way. And now it's like, man, I don't want to be anybody. I'm going back to the suburbs.
I want to go eat at Chili's
Yeah,
or
I'm
Outback.
over it. I'm over the hustle and bustle. And people making fun of my watch. What a bitch.
Jordan, is it Perry Street?
She don't know Perry Street.
Maybe. It's like
Isn't
that
it Park
cute
Avenue?
street where they look like townhouses and they're
Oh,
old.
I know what you're talking about. The brownstones.
Yes.
I don't know what street those are, but they're called the brownstones.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, where they film, where like classic movies are filmed.
That's why
and
I
stuff.
said
Dude,
I
those
wanna-
things are so expensive.
That's why I want to walk around and sip coffee and pretend like I'm in a movie.
If you had a brownstone, would you be able to live in Manhattan or New York?
But it's those brownstones, you don't feel like you're in the city,
I know.
right?
Yeah, it's kind of like Lincoln Park in Chicago. You
I
know,
don't know what Lincoln
esque
Park
vibe.
Yeah, I could.
But I think there's nicer places. But that Lincoln Park's more in the city.
You better win more than just the lottery if you want one of those. Aren't those places like $150 million?
Yeah, they get crazy expensive.
There's there's a guy that walks around New York and he asks people if he can go in their place and have a tour of their houses. It's probably set up because if some guy came up to me and was like, "Hey, can I have a tour of your house?" I'd be like, "No way." And he toured the girl that I think it's called Love Shack
Baby?
Fancy. No, it's like cute clothes and her house. Oh yeah, if I had her house, it was amazing. It was so old and just like awesome.
Say the next line. Tin roof.
Busted. Isn't that right? Or roasted. Did
You're
she
close.
say that?
I think she says rusted.
Rusted.
All right. Should we end on that?
Reminiscing.
What do you mean?
I said reminiscing. But no, I do remember watching you on the Today Show when you left.
Yeah.
When Julie. That was cool that they had Julie interview
That was
you.
so nice. She sent me off and then I ended up on her show again 100 days later.
Yeah.
What an experience.
I know.
Like, I don't think about those things, but then when I do like talk with friends and family or with AB or see Joel tours a camera guy, it's like it takes me back to that. And I'm so appreciative for all those experiences. Because what an experience and what a start to a career.
Well, you
know?
forget what all you've done because that to me seems like ages ago.
I know. And
when
now
you
it's
think
like,
about that.
it's just
Too
now
bad
it's
you
just,
couldn't do something like that again. Just like get on the road and go. Like
Yeah,
doing
it's
AB. It's just different now, the
it's
industry.
different. It's very different. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the same.
And I'm not that young anymore. No one wants to see. Well, I guess
The
not.
women like
Anthony
to see
Bourdain
you.
does that. Stanley Tucci. I love him.
Who's that?
Stanley Tucci? He's an actor, but he does that show and he always goes in
I know.
Italy.
He's bald.
Yeah.
Oh, I know who you're
love that
talking about.
guy.
Uh-huh.
Oh, he's got a new show out now that it's called something Italy. Something not the first one was Searching for Italy, and he's got a second season out now. I think it's on CNN. And I just hit record because I forgot it was on. So I put a series recording. But those guys are older, but man, that's the best. That's
Traveling
the best.
around Italy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Eva Longoria's got one too about Spain.
Oh, she does?
hmm
You go do Italy.
I think Stanley
It's
Tucci's got that
it's
covered.
very Italian around here lately.
Yeah, it has been.
Yeah. What was na na dun 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 dun.
Oh, that's Eros
The-
Ramazzotti.
Y'all gotta listen to that song. Jeff was cleaning and I was recording him the other day. I don't know the words. It's just like mya na da 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 da.
I don't know the words.
Mya na. That's all I have. No.
Well, I have this old iPod. Yeah, we do use it's an iPod dock, and we still have it in our kitchen. We've talked about it before, and that's what we play songs on. But it's all like, remember when you used to rip songs from the internet? It's like all those songs.
LimeWire.
Yeah, some of them are like
This is LimeWire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So that's
MP3.
if we're not playing like through our Sonos, we just pop that on, and then so it's like all these old songs, and I don't know.
Mine still works. I have a pink one and I bought it right after Big Brother in Naperville. You took me to the Apple store in Naperville and bought me one and I didn't even know how to work it. And Vitantan came over to the basement to show me how to download because I didn't know how to download.
Vitantan taught me how to download too.
And then I went home and then I had to keep changing because it was LimeWire that you would rip it off of.
That's right.
Remember burned CDs?
Yeah.
Jeff still
what are you talking
has
about?
his
I listen to him all the time.
I don't like any of your burned CDs. Like it's stuff I've never even heard of. I have all mine from high school. And I would love to go home and bring it back here. Lawson and them would be like, what? Because my car is older and I have a CD player. The newer cars, I don't think they make CD players.
My car has a CD player and I play it all the time.
Your car's 16 years old.
I know. I can't even play Bluetooth in there.
Oh, wow.
Like when I listen to podcasts, I have to like put it up on the ashtray that flips open. And I listen to my podcast from there.
Do you remember when the back seats had ashtrays?
Oh, yeah. That's even older.
My mom, when I was younger, she had when I say younger, I was like 4 years old. And I don't know how I remember this. My mom had a Maxima and it was a stick shift. It was white. And it was the roll windows. And I remember the back had an ashtray. And on the side here, there was an ashtray. Because I used to always play with it.
Or keep your change in there.
Yeah, just like throw stuff in there.
Yeah.
Just the times.
Wow. Reminiscent.
I was like having drinks with some neighbors and we were talking about like how there could possibly be robots doing everything when we're gone. Can you imagine that? We'll end.
Yeah. What do you want to light up a joint and keep this going? What are you talking about?
All right. We'll end on that.
Yeah, we'll end on that. That was a quick little nonsense episode. We've been having a lot of nonsense episodes, but I said we do have some stuff planned for guests. Some of them keep canceling on us.
Because we're nobodies.
Because
we're
talk about
nobodies.
our ear hairs and chin hairs on our podcast and like, no, we don't want to be on that one. But anyways, we do have some stuff lined up. So thanks for sticking with us. We truly, truly appreciate it. And a lot of you, these old stories that we're talking about, we don't think about, but you guys bring it to our attention and you guys been with us for that long. Some of you. So again, thank you for all that. I love reminiscing. I've been reminiscing a lot lately and it's the little things in life. Not little things that those were, but it's those memories that
Read your quote.
That make life worth it. All right, let's hope it's a good one. I get up every morning determined to both change the world and have one hell of a good time. Sometimes this makes planning my day difficult. I guess so.
Okay, well, thank you for downloading, subscribing, tagging your friends. Togethermess.com. Don't forget about that. And anything else?
We'll see you next time.
All right. Bye.
Yay Media Group.